Hello guys, it's day 11 NTI. We will be talking about perpendicular, parallel, and intersecting lines today. You have to be able to identify these lines if you see them. Tomorrow, or I guess Monday, we will talk about being able to identify them in shapes. But today I want you to just be able to identify them and call them by their correct names. Parallel lines are two lines that are always going the same distance, and they're always the same distance apart, but they never touch. We've used these, we've talked about these with our simple solutions many times, so you're more familiar with these than the other ones, but you guys know the train tracks. We've used the examples of our arms, and we hold our arms up because we keep them the same distance apart and they never touch. So you'll have to be able to identify parallel lines. One that I want to spend a little more time on are the perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines are lines that intersect to create a 90-degree angle. As you'll see here, there's several different ways. If these boxes aren't here, which you may see them with boxes to indicate that that's a right angle, or you may not. You may see them without. But you do have to recognize that two lines that meet and create that corner, that 90-degree angle, those are called perpendicular lines, okay? You can see it can go in any direction. It can be diagonal. If I were to continue this line, it could be diagonal. They can, the downward lines, they can meet and underneath can form a right angle, which is still a perpendicular line, okay? Like I said earlier, on Monday we will talk about how to identify these lines within shapes. But today I want you to just be able to identify them in real life situations. You'll have to recognize them in everyday pictures and just examples of the lines that are given in a set. Now, the last line I want to talk about, or the last lines, is the intersecting lines. Now, these are similar to perpendicular lines, and the two of them can be confused quite often because these two lines also meet at a point. The perpendicular lines meet at a certain point, but that point creates the 90-degree angle. The intersecting lines do not create the 90-degree angle. They just meet each other at a certain point. A lot of times I think of an X, the X crossing. X's create a diagonal, so the angle is not 90 degree. You'll also see intersecting lines or roads actually that look like a Y almost. And as you can see, this is not a 90-degree angle and this one is not a 90-degree angle. So these are considered intersecting lines. So that's what your assignment will be today. You have to be able to identify these lines, and if you have any questions, make sure you message me. Watch this video before you complete your quizzes, and I hope you guys are having a great day. I miss you all.